Hey guys, it's Bailey and welcome back to the channel for what is going to be a quick review of a new lip product from Makeup Forever. I feel like I've been doing a lot of lip product reviews lately. There have been surprisingly quite a few launches. I'm not sure if it's with spring or summer or whatever, but there have been quite a few, but I've really only been sharing my favorites. So here's some more to add to the mix. These are from the Pro Sculpting collection that Makeup Forever recently launched. I recently talked about the cream contour kits in my top face kit, or it's all about face contouring kits, but it includes highlight, blush, and contour slash bronzer all in one kit. I'll link that somewhere, either annotated here or in the info bar below, but these were kind of all launched together. I was fortunate enough to get a box full of these goodies, and so this is the lip portion of this sculpting collection, and these are the Pro Sculpting lip. They're actually duos, so they look like, you know, a very unassuming lip pencil. But on one end you have a lip pencil, has a rounded tip here, and then on the other end you have a sponge tip that dips into a powder product that you then use to either highlight the center of your lips, to make kind of like when you apply a gloss and it puts that sheen right in the center of your lips and makes them look fuller, or you can put them more heavily in the center and then kind of ombre them out for a super simple and relatively natural looking ombre lip. Or they also give the tip to put it on your Cupid's bow for a very easy, natural looking highlight there, as opposed to use the highlight that you use on the rest of your face. Just apply this, it's one and done in one product. So it's a really fun, versatile product. There are 4 shades and these aren't in stores yet. I waited as long as I could. They're supposed to launch sometime this March. To my knowledge, they're not out yet. They're not on Sephora website, but when they are, I will definitely link them down below. I couldn't wait. I'm pretty excited about these. I really think they're fun, but the major bummer is that there are only 4 shades out currently. So let's go through those first. Let's talk about 10. This is easily the one that I have been wearing every day. As you can probably see from the product exterior, it is indicative of the color you're gonna find inside. So here, and the nice thing about the product, by the way, is that it is clearly marked side 1 and side 2, so you can tell which side you're supposed to use first. Really, this is just like the beginning learning curve. Once you know how it works, it's pretty easy to get the hang of. But you go to side 1 and you can see that this is where the actual color is. It's an automatic stick color. Some people might find that they prefer a more tapered tip, like a traditional lipstick sort of bullet shape. I don't know what it is about the shape of my lips, but I just find that something like this makes it a little bit more foolproof for my lips. I get a crisp, clean line with this. I haven't noticed, you know, needing to sharpen up the edge to get a nice crisp line. Very easy and smooth to apply. It's more of a satin texture, I would say, on the lips, like without applying the highlight to the center. It's just remains this really beautiful satin texture. It's not at all drying though. So like a lot of new, or a few new of the satin finish products out there, it's not at all drying, and it's not a liquid. It is actually a stick form, which can be less messy. And the pigmentation is amazing. So the lip products apply really smoothly, evenly, no tugging, anything like that. And then I would say 4 to 5 hours later, only after pretty intense eating and drinking, I find that I can have coffee, water, cocktails, whatever I am going to consume with this guy on, and it's going to last throughout the day. It really isn't until serious eating that I find it is worn away, and if you can go 4 to 5 hours without like a big serious meal, like just minor snacking, this guy will last through it. Then you go to the other end here, and this is a sponge tip that there have been a few products here and there, I think mostly eye products, that have this kind of format where the product is actually housed in the cap and then this sponge tip will dip in there and kind of work it in as you close it shut. Then when you open it up, there will be product there magically on the end. So the idea is that you take that product, put it in the center of your lips or Cupid's bow or however it is you're going to use it. Then they say wipe it off. That's going to help preserve the longevity of this little sponge guy, because that was my main concern. I'm not a huge germaphobe, but anytime sponges and makeup come into the equation, I'm a little weary, just because I keep my makeup for a long time. I'm the only one who uses it. I can sterilize it and kind of trust that it is still safe unless the odor or color has turned. But sponges are a specific safe haven for bacteria that kind of ugh me out, and so you can clean this out, and that will keep the lip product from gunking up the powder product inside here. It will, I think, preserve the longevity of the sponge itself, keep it from deteriorating and growing, you know, any of that nasty stuff. But It is a sponge at the end of the day. Use it while you can, but there is a tip like that to help preserve the integrity of your sponge tip here. So very soft sponge tip. I would say it is definitely a powder product. I've experienced very minor fallout, but once it hits that lip product, which stays satin, I mean, well after applying, it really doesn't dry down to anything that's going to stay. It's not like a liquid lipstick in any sense of the word. It still stays creamy, and so whether you apply this right after, a couple minutes, couple hours afterwards, it turns immediately into a cream. So it's not uncomfortable on the lips despite the fact that it's a powder. It's kind of like a powder to cream formula, which is like the opposite of everything you would typically ever want for your face, but it's very cool. So that is the first shade, and what I thought was very cool, despite the fact that there are only 4 shades, is the highlight powders themselves are all different depending on, and this is, I'm going to show you a closer up image than this, but maybe you can see just from here, they're all different colored powders for each different lip color. So 10, for instance, has a more pinky golden hue to the powder, whereas the next shade up, number 11, which is actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now, has more of a true iridescent golden shade to it. Then moving on to the 2 deeper shades, which I absolutely love, number 40 is a really beautiful, true sort of blue-based red, and that too has sort of a more golden, almost yellowy golden tone to the powder. And then the final one really took me by surprise. It is the shade 50, and this is a beautiful kind of deep berry burgundy, not like blackened berry, but just like very berry, I would say. And the powder shifts purple. So that's the really unique one of the bunch. I would say the other highlight powders are super subtle in how they differ. All are very golden, warm undertone. It's this number 50 that really took me by surprise with the beautiful purple undertone. And really, I mean, that kind of brings me to my final thoughts. Obviously, I really like the formula. I think it's very comfortable, relatively long wearing considering it's not a liquid lipstick formula, but I want to see more shades. I think that's the major downside. I think it's totally worth 20 bucks for the versatility, the kind of utility of the product. You can get not only that highlighted look, but you can really just blow it out into a full-on ombre effect, or you can use it really subtly as, you know, on your Cupid's bow. But I just wish there were more shades. I feel like there are infinite possibilities the way they've done these, you know, kind of lip color and highlight combos, and so I really want to see more of those. So I guess that's a downside if you count that. But anywho, highly recommend you check these out, even if it's just to go for a swatch at Sephora once they have launched. But that is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Lips. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope this video helped. Let me know what you guys think if and when you get a chance to try them in the comments below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.